0.1. There we go, though. That was not too bad. How much did I burn in gas? 0.1 plus, yeah, it's probably 0.14 in gas total. You can see here. 0.1, 0.08 in gas, yeah. Price you pay when you're trying to mint the first few, so here we go. Cool, cool. Well, they're not allowing you to sell until tomorrow, so they're gonna wait. Yeah, all logarithms transfers are disabled until 12/12. So pre-sale is live. Public sale is basically when they're gonna turn on the transfers there. I mean, I guess we could check and see if anyone lists them on OpenSea. They're gonna get burned if they do. Let's just copy this. Go to OpenSea. They're not even showing up in my collection here quite yet. Give it a few minutes. Still nothing showing up yet. They're definitely not going to show anything. If we say assets, put the contract ID in, and they'll do 1. This is logarithms number 1. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Transcendence, 196 at 230. So he's the one who sniped number 1. I got number 2. That looks pretty cool. Divinity, also one of 230. There's number 3. Divinity as well. Number 4. Transcendence, number 5. Quantum entanglement. Another transcendence. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Purple. Here's my last one. A cosmos. So I got a couple of each trait there. Definitely some interesting ones. But yeah, 2 through 7, I guess, are mine. They should be showing up there now. Sweet. Pretty cool. Good solid numbers there. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get number 1, but almost. Can't win them all. All right, so that's the stream. Obviously, I can't sell any right now. I don't want to get anything burned. So let's jump into the MetaLizards. We've got moment in history projects that we're looking at. Let's take a look at moments in history first. Here's the Discord. All right. Oh, verify here. Here we go. It's like I didn't see that channel up there. All right. Announcements. For those of you who missed the stealth news drop last night, check out our roadmap. All right. First drop goes live. The Last Supper, 8,888. Target launch date is the week starting 18th December, so next week. Members on the whitelist will be able to mint in a pre-sale launch 24 hours before. They're going to have a pop-up museum experience, a VIP lounge, secret server for Last Supper owners. MySpace Tom is a close friend of the project, and that's going to be an NFT. You'll have an access pass to future collabs and projects, it looks like. And then you'll get a fractional ownership of the Metaverse Museum, whatever that means. So you're going to get regular prizes and whatnot. Cool. Seems pretty cool so far. They're going to make kind of like moments in history or historical figures for the characters. So definitely looks pretty cool. I like the art so far. The education, that's always good. Giveaways. This is just collabs here. Members and moderators. I don't think there's any, I don't see any whitelist roles yet. OG, so I see an OG role, but giveaways. Yeah, I'm not seeing much here. They have stories about different historical figures here, and that's kind of cool. But yeah, that looks like an interesting project for sure. If I don't see any really road lucky whitelists necessarily, they're just gonna be. I'm gonna comment your hot mic in a little bit. All right. Let's see here. MetaLizards. All right, here we go. Whitelist on this one. You can participate in the Twitter giveaway from 250 to 500. So that's that should be pretty easy to do. Or invite 4 friends, or get level 10. So yeah, that should be a pretty easy whitelist. There are 16K in the Discord already, which is pretty good. So that should be an easy easy whitelist. Just inviting four people. Level 10, which is just typing away. Interesting. Roadmap. There's MetaLizards. You can burn it and get the mint price sent to your wallet. So that's like getting a refund, basically. That's an interesting way to do it. That way it makes it more rare. If someone doesn't want the lizard anymore, they can get refunded. They're going to generate an insect token. You can make a new lizard called a metagecko. And there'll be a shop as well to spend those tokens for some other utility. There's also going to be a sandbox headquarters for the MetaLizards. So looks decent. Oh, that art looks pretty cool. Very kind of voxelized style. So kind of very sandbox-esque, which makes sense. Twitter, yeah, they're giving away NFTs and whitelists. Cool. Solid graphics, I like it. Let's take a look at the website. Yeah, definitely some cool art. 4,444. It's gonna be 0.08 ETH. And yeah, you can get a refund if you like. The insect token. Cool, cool, cool. 2 pre-sale, 2 per wallet. 800 spot pre-sale. So I'm guessing in the next week or two, this will come out for mint. Definitely an interesting project. Discord already has 16,000 people in it. So, oh, they're saying the mint is 26th of December. So I assume that means the pre-sale is going to be on Christmas. That'll be an interesting mint then. But look at the Twitter real quick. 1,500 followers so far. They've got a YouTube video out there. They just give away these NFTs. That's cool. Yeah, I like their little mechanic there where you can burn your lizard and get your mint price back. That's kind of cool. Makes the collection a little bit more exclusive, especially since there's only 4,444. So, yeah, this may be something that that's worth getting whitelisted, especially since you're fairly early right now. There's only 200 in the whitelist. Yeah, I've never seen that kind of burn mechanism. I have seen one other project that offers a refund if you don't. It's through the smart contract. You can get a refund for your mint if you're not satisfied. I'm not sure if they return the token or if it burns it or what, but this is certainly the first one I've seen that just straight up burns it. Yeah, exactly. It definitely stomps foot out. If you don't, if you're not satisfied, you can get your money back. So hard for people to complain about that. It's basically a free mint then, minus gas. G-Man says, grab me some exponentials. I minted everything I could there on the pre-sale. I minted all 6 that I could, so we can jump back in on the public sale tomorrow if we want to get some more. But 0.05, not a bad mint price, especially since that floor price is going to be above 0.05 on the first day. Basically, then it has to be above 0.15 the second day. So as long as you're not blowing a bunch on gas, pretty good chance you're going to get your money back at least, if not make a decent profit. So should be a pretty good deal there. And they look pretty cool compared to exponentials. I think they look a lot more unique, a lot more engaging, I would say. You can check on CastleKid. This is the one I minted on yesterday's stream for 0.1 each. I did sell 5 out of the 7 I minted earlier today for between 0.13 and 0.133 and 0.14. So I've got 2 left. I could dump them for what I minted for, but I think reveal's coming out in the next 24 hours or so. So I'm gonna wait. Usually that projects will pump a little bit right pre-reveal as people kind of FOMO in, and then they'll dump right after reveal. So I may try to sell on the run up to the reveal, or I mean if it's kind of hanging tight at this price, I may stick it out, see if I have a rare one. Maybe some potential for additional profit there, but we will see. I'll kind of keep an eye on the price action as we progress. Our 456 ETH traded in the first day. That's pretty decent, and certainly quite a bit for something that is still sitting at that 0.1 floor range. So definitely a decent amount of people still moving them around, but we will see. All right, let's take a look at logarithms here. Only 61 minted so far. Now this is only the 250 folks on the pre-sale, I believe, as well as the 800 some owners, or 800 some exponentials that are out there. I think there's under 500 owners. So even if everyone minted the max amount on the pre-sale, there would still be at least 500 available for the public sale tomorrow. But now we can see people are still actively minting here. 2 at a time there. This person got 3 at a time. 2, 2. Is this a free mint or is this a... Oh, this is a paid mint. Interesting. That was someone who was on the whitelist who didn't have an exponential before. All right, any other projects we want to look at? Obviously, we can recap the Pepsi drop from earlier today. So I know for the Pepsi mic drop, this is the famous waitlist here. You can click join. connect your wallet and sign it, and then it would say, "Oh, you've successfully connected," but who really knows if you're on the list or not? So we will see. I know there were a bunch of people on Twitter kind of tweeting out that there were folks who were had a bunch of wallets on the whitelist already, even prior to the tweet going live or the site going live. So the API was showing that there were a ton of wallets in there that were already kind of on the allow list. So Pepsi came out on Twitter, and we can look up what they said exactly, but they basically said they're going to remove or invalidate all of the entries that came in before 12 p.m. Eastern. They have that official announcement here. A few questions from the community. Here we go. All qualified submissions will be considered eligible on a first come first served basis. We will disqualify any wallet addresses submitted in advance of 12:10 at 12 p.m. Eastern. And they say they're only humans drink Pepsi, so they're going to make sure only humans get the NFTs. Not really sure how they're going to do that, but someone hit their API and saw that people were hitting that, well before that 17 UTC or the 12 Eastern time frame. Yeah, I'm not sure really why Pepsi had the Connect Wallet button up there prior to the time. I'm not sure why they even announced the website, because that allows people to get their bots set up and ready to to kind of scout out and find the API they need to hit. And clearly allowed people to connect their wallets ahead of time. So, I think that was kind of an oversight on Pepsi's part by publishing that ahead of time. And then they also didn't really have any verification. There's no CAPTCHA process to verify that you're a human. So basically, if you have a bot that just spam clicks and signs any transactions that come through or agreements that come through, signature requests, you're going to be good to go. You didn't need any ETH in your wallet, so they could have had tons of bots set up with nothing in their wallets just to spam and get on the whitelist, and I think that's basically what they did. It's the Matrix all over again. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't think, they wanted to do this to avoid gas wars, right? But by not having any skin in the game, since it doesn't cost gas, that just opens the door for hackers or folks who are trying to exploit using the bots to just spam attempt it, and it doesn't cost them anything because it didn't cost them any gas. All right, any other projects here you want to look at today? Murder, let's call them what they are. Yeah, Pepsi, it's a big corporation. They're trying to jump on the bandwagon of the NFTs. They probably saw Budweiser, made a decent amount and got some buzz with their NFT drop, so they're trying to do the same thing. My guess is actually, and I've heard this, I don't know if this is true or not, they're working with Gary Vee. So Gary Vee, I'm sure, is pushing him in that direction, and it's clearly getting them some good press. So certainly a good idea from a marketing perspective, but there's quite a few folks on crypto Twitter that are kind of seeing it for the corporate kind of co-opting of the Web3 narrative, if you will. All right, G-Man says someone should NFT MySpace Tom. Yeah, that's what project we were just looking at that one. The Moments in History is going to have an NFT for MySpace Tom, and they're going to auction it off, and that's probably going to go in that metaverse museum they were talking about. All right, we do have one quick sneak peek for those of you who are on the stream here today. I don't know how soon we're going to want to show this in the sneak peek channel, but since you're all on the stream, I'm going to pull this up just for all y'all here. So let's do this. All right, here's a sneak peek for you. Kind of a little Easter egg ape. This was kind of our fun rare ape. So a little bit, a little bit off the typical like Christmas theme. I mean, still you got the wreath and the Christmas hat and the candy cane, but kind of an interesting little take on it. He's got in a shark suit, and then he has a little bamboo straw there so he can breathe. So little sneak peek for those of you who were able to join us tonight on the stream. We'll probably throw it in the sneak peek channel here soon, but there you go. Little sneak peek for you of what we got in store. We've got a few more rare apes coming up, so we'll give you guys a look at them very shortly. All right, Preacher sent me a mind blown NFT Discord. Let's take a look at this project as well. All right, official links. Here's their website, mindblown.io. Very brain focused there, mind blowing. They've got generation of music. Okay, I'm not sure what the music has to do with anything. I wonder if they're going to have some sort of utility related to concerts or something to that effect. Not really sure. 10 honorary mind-blowing NFTs, so I assume they're going to have some 10 NFTs that are styled after musicians or artists. Take a look at their Twitter. 800 followers here. Decentralized autonomous events. Kind of interesting. So they may have some virtual concerts or something to that effect. Giveaways, DAO, exclusive access, IRL, metaverse activations, short and long-term roadmap, music and NFTs equal the future. Yeah, I don't really know what that means. Let's see what their YouTube says. It's an AMA. It's a long video. I don't know if we can watch that whole thing. But they're clearly trying to go after that kind of festival crowd, it looks like. The art doesn't look too bad, but as far as the roadmap and whatnot, I'm not quite sure what they're going for. So maybe they're there you go, Coachella. So they're really focused on the festival crowd. And I wonder if that's what they're gearing up for. Maybe they're planning to launch and have it ready for Coachella, or maybe they want to have some meetups there at the festivals. But definitely interesting. Looks like they're doing some roadmap discussions in their Discord, so that may be something that y'all can do. Got quite a few giveaways there in the Discord as well. They've got they're giving away some whitelists, some Discord Nitro. They're giving away some other NFTs, so definitely worth jumping in there. It looks like there's not a whole ton of folks in the Discord quite yet, so there's only about 100 online right now. Not too bad, but definitely still pretty early on this one. I'm not sure. They joined in October. I don't know when they launched their Discord, but if they have been going on for a couple months, I'd say it's definitely not getting the traction you'd want for a 10,000 mint collection. So 10,000 may be a little ambitious, but again, that's not necessarily the death for a project. You can always reduce the amount of mints you have, or you can always implement other mechanisms, whether it's burning or things of that nature. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Murder says, would you sit in a room with Gary Vee and listen to him talk for 8 hours for $10,000? I mean, people are paying more than $10,000. What are the VFriends floor at? There's VFriends that allow you to FaceTime with Gary for 5 minutes, and floor price is 8.88, which at 4K ETH is 32,000. So if you're paying 32 grand to FaceTime with Gary Vee, I don't know if you're getting the value out of it. There's very few people who are going to get 32 grand worth of value from a 5-minute FaceTime. But certainly, I mean, the floor keeps going up, so it's more of an appreciating asset. If anything, get your FaceTime and then sell it. Gary Vee sounds like Charlie Tan, always sunny. He does kind of have that same voice, kind of cadence, delivery. A little more like a negative, pessimistic take on like Charlie's voice for sure. Swears a little more too. All right. Well, anything else? Barely found out who Gary was about a week ago. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely popular in the kind of that entrepreneurship and influencer space. He's been harping on a lot about the hustle and the entrepreneurial kind of communities. So, but certainly he was early to NFTs here, and I think he's probably one of the bigger influencers who's had the most success with NFTs. But clearly, I think he's a very smart marketer. He knows what he's doing on the marketing side of things. But definitely rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Just kind of that guru or kind of cult of personality can really affect how people view you too. Anyone that gets popular, right, is going to have annoying fans and things of that nature. But sometimes it's like how much of the advice that you're getting is it actionable, is it practical, or is it just kind of like a pep talk type motivational speech? Wait till Tony Robbins does NFTs. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't already. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he's coming out with something. Oh, what do you know? Tony Robbins enters the metaverse with virtual innovator NFT Oasis. Okay, so he's working on something. He's going to be launching something. This was back in August, so 5 virtual worlds where select business mastery attendees will be given the opportunity to spend daily seminar time. Well, we know what that means. You get an NFT to be part of Tony Robbins' Platinum Partnership. Yeah, that makes sense now. Oh, he beat you to it. Funny. All right. Now, other than that, I know we have some quick announcements. We're going to be partnering with a few projects here coming up where we'll either have some guaranteed whitelist spots or potentially some free NFTs or free mints with collaborations with other NFT projects. So keep an eye out for our announcements channels. Murder says Richard Simmons NFTs. You pay $30,000 to join seminars. You can join for free. Right. It's almost like a lot of these kind of business or entrepreneurship conferences are like you pay $5,000-$10,000 to go to a conference where people are just shilling you their courses so that you can pay them even more money. It's pretty funny, but hey, I mean, if people are gonna pay to hear you sell to them, why would you not do that? All right, well, that's all I have, I guess, for projects wise. Yeah, gonna start a cult. Yeah, that's for sure. That it's very lucrative being a cult leader. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining the stream here. I will let you know how the logarithms deal goes. Public sales tomorrow. You can get in for 0.05. I don't know if there's any limit on how many you can mint on the public sale. I don't think so. I think you can mint as many as you'd like, although kind of depends how many are left at that point, as well as gas. So keep an eye on that. But if we look at contract here, how many are minted? There's 116 minted so far, 58 holders. So everyone's minting about 2. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how many are minted actually, through the whitelist. Probably about, I would say there'll probably be about 1,000 left. Maybe a little more than 1,000. Maybe half the supply will be left for the public sale. So I think at 0.05, probably 3, that was the limit with exponentials. No, exponentials was actually a free mint, and you could mint 20 at a time. So, and I don't think there was any limit, 20 per transaction. But This is this is probably the biggest profit potential I missed out on, because I could have minted 20 for point oh you know 0.02 wait 0.2 in gas. So basically 0.01 mint each, and there was no limit, so I could have just minted 20, 20, 20 and kept minting. Um, and I think the floor kind of topped out around that 0.5, 0.6 range on the exponential's first run. So that's potentially 10 ETH per transaction that I could have had. But you know, sometimes that's what happens. If you don't watch a project, you think it. Obviously, starting off, if no one's minting this thing, you're like, oh, this is kind of a silly thing. Why would anyone want this? I'm not going to pay gas for that. And that's exactly what I thought, and a bunch of other people thought that as well. And then we came back a few hours later, and it was all minted out, and all of a sudden the floor was at 0.1 and kept going up and kept going up and kept going up. And there you go. And then now you're also getting free mints to the logarithms. So definitely an interesting set of projects here, and interested to see what how this logarithms one turns out. It'll be a little bit slower growth schedule, a little bit slower burn, but definitely still should be pretty interesting to watch. Yeah, Murder says, I wish I would have bought 20 AHMCs at 0.11 each. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, that's the thing with NFTs, right? You never really know what's going to blow up. I've seen projects that have super cool utility and awesome art and great roadmap, and the devs and the community is solid, but just doesn't have the marketing, or doesn't have the hype around it, and it just doesn't perform well. Not to say that kills a project, right? A project can still kind of survive even if it doesn't sell out or have a crazy amount of hype, but it just is a lot harder to progress without that initial level. Especially, if it's a project that is kind of short-term focused, right? A lot of these kind of cash grabby projects don't have the roadmap or don't have the long-term value proposition behind them, so they kind of die out if they don't get that initial pump. But if you have a project that does have a longer-term roadmap and does have value, and the devs and team stick with it, you'll be good to go. Just may take a little longer to see any value come back, return on your investment, if you will. And that is the problem with NFTs too, is the oversaturation. There's so many projects out there. You really want to be liquid because there's new opportunities every single day, right? There's never a lack of opportunities. There's plenty of projects launching all the time, and there's plenty of flips and profit to be made if you are liquid. But if you used all your ETH, sitting in projects that are going to take months to come back, it's going to be tough for you. Yeah, exactly. No, some of those projects, I'm in a few of those projects myself. So like this board degen crypto arcade, for example. This one's a super cool project. Um, 1337 kind of retro home office setups. They haven't even revealed yet here. But if you take a look here, I mean, they kind of have that like retro style. I don't know if they have an example of some of the art. They do have on the Discord, but if we go to the Twitter, maybe they'll have some examples there. So they're gonna have a board degen kind of avatar, and then they're also gonna like drop arcade machines. So they'll have these arcade machines as like playable games as part of the NFT. And then I assume you're gonna need your kind of office desk setup. This is the PC NFTs, if you will. And you can see kind of like just that's insane level like detail and animation that most projects are not going to go to that level of effort to build something with that much detail into it, right? And so each just look at these all these different types of customization of the office. It's going to turn into the arcade eventually, but definitely a lot of cool looking home office setups. But yeah, I mean that had a solid amount of following. It was even getting some influencer attention. I think Ryan Decrypto had a couple videos with them in it. Has a solid roadmap. The devs are super cool. I've hung out in their Discord, and they're super friendly, but they never really got the hype. So I was in the pre-sale. I minted all three of those that I have in the pre-sale. But you can see, I mean, the floor's out there underneath mint price. So there's only 1337 total. So I don't think it's bad idea. It looks like there's about 300 left. You can mint 5. Um, you're in a raffle, I guess, for a 1 of 1 NFT if you mint more than 3 or 3 or more. But I mean, I think there's definitely potential. I think this will eventually be a project that definitely gets above that 0.06 kind of range. But it's just a timing thing, right? How much time do you want to put into, put your liquidity in to potentially be in this project for that amount of time versus what you could potentially be making with that ETH somewhere else. Um, definitely a project I like. I definitely I'm not trying to flip the current ones I have for floor price and get out of the project. I'm definitely holding those to see what happens because I think this definitely has potential. But yeah, just an example that you never really know what a project's going to do based on just the community or the art, or you kind of have to look at the overall timing of it and how much attention is getting off the bat if you're trying to make a quick flip out of it at least. This project is Board Degen Crypto Arcade if you're curious about it. So Board Degen Crypto Arcade, bdca.io is the site. You can click the mint little mint desktop icon if you want to mint some. There's about 300 left, 250 left on the mint. So I'm sure that'll mint out here in the next week or two, but we will see. Yeah, no, there's plenty of other projects that didn't sell out and ended up turning into blue chips, but certainly a lot of good projects out there that didn't sell 10,000. Definitely not a requirement by any means. All right, well, thanks everyone. Appreciate your time. I think that's all I have for today. Like I said, I'll keep you updated on the logarithms. Certainly you can mint some of your own if you'd like tomorrow. And it looks like they're letting you mint 20 as well, so very similar to the exponentials. It's not a free mint this time. It is going to cost 0.05 each. So I imagine these will go a little bit quicker than than the original collection, just because they've seen some of the success of it. And also, I mean, as soon as you're on day 2, your floor price is going to be 0.15 or above. So assuming there's any sales there on day 2, you're going to be 3xing your initial investment, not including gas, of course. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Take care. We'll catch you soon. Keep an eye out in the server. We've got some collabs and giveaways coming up, as well as some announcements as far as kind of sneak peeks of some of the upcoming rare apes. I'll probably be out for the weekend here. Appreciate y'all joining me for the stream. We'll have some other topics, and potentially Twamuk G-Man or Thanatos Comet will jump in for some of the streams as well. So we'll see how it goes. And if you have any suggestions, questions, topics you'd like us to cover, definitely drop them in the chat or in the Discord, and we will make sure we include them in the next stream. Thanks everyone, and take care. Have a good one.